Hi, I'm Holly Williams. Welcome to Holistic Life. Hey friends, welcome to another video. Today we're going to do a gentle flow specifically for those pesky old period cramps. Um, Although if you are someone who does not experience period cramps, good, jealous, but also this will just be a good practice for anyone maybe with tight hips, tight hip flexors, thighs, sore lower back. That's pretty much the name of the game, is goodness all around this area, but specifically designed for those of us who have to deal with that lovely visitor every month and it just feels terrible. So if you're ready to go, you are going to need a pillow and a blanket as your only props today, and then yourself, of course. So if you're ready to go, let's go ahead and get to getting. So we will start on our back in constructive rest posture with support under the knees and support under the head. And once you get comfortable, go ahead and find your breath. Listening to the inhale, listening to the exhale, noticing any sensations that might be coming up as you lie here in stillness, watching breath. Feeling your back body on the floor in compression. Feeling weight. Noticing what parts of the body are in contact with either the floor or support directly underneath you. So feeling the heels on the floor, feeling the backs of the knees in support from your pillow or blanket. Feeling the backs of the legs. Maybe there's some space between the back of the leg and the floor. Noticing the pelvis, the back of the pelvis, the tail on the floor. Noticing your ribs on the floor, your shoulder blades, the backs of your arms maybe. Feeling support under the back of the head. Taking a nice big inhale and just letting it go. And maybe if you're experiencing cramps today, you want to put the hands right here on the low belly. Just feeling the heat from your palms. Maybe giving a little bit of press into that low belly. Breathing into that low belly. Just adding real gentle movement with breath. And with your exhale, releasing any tension you may be holding. With your next inhale, very gently walk your feet up to the support that's under your knees. So now your feet are on the support. Maybe you notice more of your lower back is now in compression. So where there was once space, maybe now you feel the floor there. That nice curve right at the top of your lumbar spine. Right where your lumbar and thoracic spine meet. Kind of right there in the middle. Feeling that really nice compression, and maybe allowing your knees to very gently rock from side to side, using your feet as support. You can keep your hands on your belly if you'd like, or you can always keep your arms on the floor. But very gently add some movement into this pelvic region. Maybe going as wide as you would like. Just opening this inner thigh, allowing your pelvis to feel compression, stretch, love. As you're ready, let's go ahead and inhale and bring the knees very gently into the chest. Hug them in. And maybe gently rock side to side here. Nice little back massage. Maybe letting the knees go a little wide. Using your arms as support. Using your hands as support. And we're going to go ahead and bring our feet back to our pillow or blanket, whatever it is you had for support under the knees. And let's just give it a push. Go ahead and move that off your mat. Give it a little push. Bringing the feet back to your mat. And we're going to inhale. Bring the right knee into the chest and lengthen the left leg. Feeling nice length here in the hip flexor. Maybe even feeling a little length here in the low belly. A little bit of a stretch here. And then feeling the really nice compression here on the right side of the belly. Maybe flex the feet, spread the toes. Maybe do a couple circles with this right ankle. Now let's inhale. Keep the right hand on the right knee. Bring the left hand to the floor next to the left hip. Inhale. And as you exhale, very gently allow that right knee to fall over to the right. Keeping the knee in the right hand, and maybe do a couple little pulses. Just bringing the knee towards the body, allowing it to fall away with gravity. A couple little pulses here, just adding movement. Maybe drawing some circles with this knee. Whatever kind of little movements you want to take here. You can be still if you would like to. If that feels better right now, just go ahead and breathe here. And then when you're ready, let's inhale. Bring this knee back up to center. Switch hands. So left hand's going to go on the right knee, and your right hand's going to go on your right side on the floor. Inhale, hug that knee in, and as you exhale, allow that right knee to cross center and come over to your left. Little bit of a twist here. If you need support under this knee, go ahead and get whatever you have under your head. Maybe fold it up and just put it right under that knee. Build the earth up to you. So you can kind of allow a little bit more of a twist, a little bit more of a comfortable twist here in the spine. Trying to keep the shoulder blades on the floor. If you'd like some more sensation, maybe you want to lengthen this top leg, really feeling that length here in the back of the leg up into the pelvis. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and let that knee come back up into center, bringing the pelvis back to the floor, hugging that right knee in. And with your exhale, lengthen the right leg. And then just notice the difference between your right side and your left side. We are going to go ahead and do the left side because we don't want to walk around in circles today. So when you're ready, let's inhale, press the right foot into the floor so the left knee can rise, bringing it into the chest, hugging it in, flexing the feet, spreading the toes, maybe doing a couple circles with this airbound foot. Maybe a couple points and flexes, if that feels good. With your next inhale, let's hug it in. Bring that left knee into the left hand. Take this right hand, place it on the floor next to the hip for support. And exhale, let that left knee fall over to the left. Maybe adding some pulses, bringing it towards the body, letting it fall away from the body. If your support is still left over from earlier, you're always welcome to just let that knee find the support. However you want to let go. If you want to just lay here and let it go for more of a restorative posture, go ahead. But if you want some movement, just add it in. Maybe some circles with this knee, however it feels comfortable. And when you're ready, let's inhale, hug it in, here at center. Right knee will go on the left knee, or right hand will go on the left knee. Let's bring the left hand to the floor, inhale, hug it in. And as you exhale, let that left knee fall over to the right. So you're almost going to come onto your right side, but we want to keep the shoulder blades on the floor. If you want that support, go ahead and grab your support. Place it under that right knee so that we can build the earth up to you, so you don't have to feel obligated to go to the earth or the floor, whatever you want to call it. And just make yourself comfy here. It's a bit of a restorative posture. You can always take it passively and just let yourself melt into the floor. Or you can take it nice and active. You can always add any kind of movement, maybe some pulses, bringing the knee in and away from the body. You can always lengthen this leg too, really feeling that into this sciatic nerve back here, back into the pelvis. You can really feel it if you flex the foot. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and unwind. Bring that knee back into the chest, hug it in, pelvis rolls back onto the floor, and go ahead and let it go. So both knees are straight, both legs are lying on the floor. Let's bring both feet back to the floor and do some windshield wipers. Move whatever props you need to. Nice and slow, nice and on purpose. And whenever you're ready, we are going to, our last posture here on our back. Go ahead and inhale, bring the knees into the chest. And let's take a happy baby. So bringing the soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. Knees are nice and wide. Tops of the thighs are resting in on the belly. Now this can be your happy baby if this is where you're at. If you want a little bit more, maybe grab the toes, the big toe, or even the outsides of the foot. Grabbing the outside of the foot will really let your legs go wide. But if that's uncomfortable, just stay right here, hands behind the knees. If that's all you need, just stay right there. Maybe rock from side to side. Just really feeling a nice stretch and open feeling on the inside of the pelvis. Whatever kind of movement you want to do here. And then we are going to make our way over to a side. So whatever side is calling you, I'm going to go to my left side. And set yourself up for side lying. So I like to set myself up with an arm under my head Sometimes I like to put a blanket here, just kind of sandwiched between my head and my arm. But today I'm just going to go here. Knees are bent so we can catch our weight from going forward. And I always like to place this top arm along my side because it lets my shoulder blades rest down towards my spine and it keeps my balance. If I went like this, my entire weight would want to fall forward, and that's okay. If this is comfortable, go ahead and lie there. I like to lie here. And you can always put a pillow under the head or a blanket, whatever you want. Just feeling gravity in the side body. And after a couple breaths, let's go ahead and lengthen the legs. So we're going to find a little bit of balance here on the side. So you're going to kind of hear this internal conversation between your front body and your back body, where your back body is going to want to roll back and your front body is going to want to roll forward. So however you can find that common ground between front and back to allow your weight to just go down into the floor. So we're right here. Maybe flex the feet. That does provide a little bit of stability in this bottom leg. Feel the compression on your earth side of the body. Feel the freedom here on your space side. And when you're ready, we're going to take this top arm, place it in front for stability. This arm is also here for stability. So pressing this arm down, pressing this hand down. Let's inhale. Press that left leg down and let the right leg rise. Staying here for just a moment. And when you exhale, let's bend the knee and bring the foot behind your earth leg. You're going to feel a nice sensation here in this outside of the hip. If you want to stay here, if this is all you need, stay here and just breathe. If you want a little bit more sensation, maybe take this arm and wrap it around your back side. So the back of the hand will rest on maybe your lower back. Feeling your shoulder blade squeeze in towards the spine. And as you're ready, let's unwind. If you have your arm back there, go ahead and bring your arm up first for stability. And then once you find that stability, go ahead and press those into the ground. Lengthen through this top leg and exhale, bring it down. So we're going to make our way to our other side. If you would like to just roll through your back body, go ahead and roll through your back body. Very gently, nice and slow, maybe even let your knees take you over and set yourself up for side lying on the other side. I am going to pull the old switcheroo so you can see the other side. So same thing, and of course this is a different side, so set yourself up so it's comfortable. So again, my head is resting on my arm. My top arm is resting on my body so my shoulder can rest towards the spine. And my knees are bent so I can catch my weight from falling forward. Taking just a couple breaths here. Feeling the nice compression, feeling the difference in gravity. Now let's take this top hand, place it on the floor, and lengthen the legs. Again, listening to that conversation between front body, back body. Maybe flex the feet for a little extra stability. And once you find that nice middle ground, let's inhale. Press everything that's touching the floor into the floor. Let that top leg rise. Stay here for just about a breath or two. Really flex through that heel. You can keep a nice soft knee if you need to. And as you're ready, exhale. Bend in that knee and bring that foot behind your other leg. So feeling that length right here in this hip, right here right here in the low belly. Now, if this is good, stay here and breathe. If you want a little bit more, go ahead and take this arm and we're gonna wind it around the back. So the back of the hand will rest kind of on your low back and let that shoulder blade go towards your spine. And breathe. Nice hip and front body opener here. Maybe breathing into the low belly. When you're ready to unwind, let's go ahead and unwind the arm first, bringing that to the floor for stability. Our weight is going to shift very gently forward and go ahead and lift in this leg, inhaling and exhale. Bring that leg back down. And let's very gently roll onto the belly. So now we're here in Makrasana. However you want to set yourself up here on the belly. A couple different options. You know, you can keep it simple, tops of the legs, tops of the feet, maybe head resting on the hands. Maybe you want to allow the legs to go a little wide, maybe let the thighs roll out from under the body, let the toes point out. And maybe you want to bring a chin or a cheek to your mat. Let the arms rest out to a T, palms facing down. Or if you want an extra little bit of support, you can always grab your blanket or pillow, put it underneath your head, give it a little snuggle. Just feeling the nice compression and gravity in your belly, in your front body, the front of the pelvis, tops of the legs. Taking one last final inhale here. And let's get ready to move. Nice little gentle flow. Put your glasses back on if you took them off. All right. So bringing the legs back underneath the body if you had removed them. Bring the arms, hands underneath the shoulders. Going through a couple cobras. Let's inhale. Press the hands into the floor. Let the heart lift just ever so gently, reaching back through those feet. Feet are nice and active. Shoulder blades are squeezing towards the spine. And exhale, release. Getting a little bit bigger with each inhale. Inhale, the hands go down, the heart lifts, maybe a little wiggle in the tail. Tops of the feet are nice and active. Exhale, the belly back down. Inhale, the hands press down, the feet lengthen back, the heart lifts, maybe a little lift in the chin, and exhale, release. Now with this inhale, let's press the hands in, lengthen back through the feet. Let the hands very gently come forward, letting our weight come into our elbows, and come here into a sphinx. Now you can always take a little low sphinx if it's a little too much sensation in that low back. Just keeping your hands nice and active on the floor. If you want that full sensation, go for it. And as you're ready, we're going to come up into a table. So go ahead and put your weight into your elbows, put your weight into your hands, put weight into the knees, tops of the feet. The tail is going to lift, pressing the floor away. And however you need to get there, very gently walk your hands underneath the body. And here we are in a table. So hands are kind of right in front of the shoulders. We don't want to be right on top because you can see how my elbow wants to go the opposite way. That is called hyperextension. So we want to stay nice and juicy in those elbows. We don't want to hyperextend. Nice and juicy hips. Little cat-cow. Let's inhale. Let the belly roll towards the floor. The pelvis tilts forward. The chin lifts. And exhale. Press the floor away. The pelvis tilts backwards. The belly comes in towards the spine. Inhale the belly down. The tail and chin look up. And exhale, the belly lifts. Tail and chin tuck under. One more time. Inhale, the belly comes down. The tail and the chin lift. And exhale, bringing the belly in, pelvis tilts back, chin to chest. Now coming here to a neutral table. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to let our tail come back towards our heels, setting here in a child's for just a moment. Really feeling that nice compression on our belly against the tops of the thighs. Feeling a nice lengthening in the shoulders. We're going to do a little flow here. So from child's, let's inhale, press into the tops of the feet. Our hands are going to kind of travel forward. Once we get to about here, our tail is way up in the air, bringing the chest towards the floor, kind of here in a puppy pose. Inhale, and as you exhale, let the heart come forward in between the elbows. The hips will come down towards the floor, and now we're here in a Sphinx again. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, press them into the floor. The heart lifts. Knees and feet press in. The tail comes up here in table. Pressing back into child's. The tail goes back. We'll go through that 2 more times. Hit your nose. Inhale, the hands come forward, the chest comes forward. And exhale, very gently hinge forward onto the elbows. The hips come down. Here we are in Sphinx. Hands come under the shoulders. Inhale, press them in, let the heart lift. The knees press in, the tail lifts and reaches back towards the heels, exhaling. 1 more time. Inhale, the hands slide forward, the heart comes towards the floor. Weight comes into the elbows. Hips come towards the floor. Now we're here in Sphinx. Inhale, the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, the hands press down. The tail reaches up and back towards the heels. And let's inhale, come up here into table. All right, so from here in table, let's inhale, press both hands into the floor, lengthen back through the left heel. And as we exhale, let that left heel come in towards the body. The hip is going to rotate up and our arm is going to get real light. Really press your earth arm down here in a supported triangle. So this foot, you can feel on the floor, feel your weight in your knee, feel your weight in your hand. Now we're going to take a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to inhale, lengthen through that leg, press the floor away, bring both hands forward. We're going to shift forward, let that tail go back. So now we're kind of sitting here in a figure 4 and we're just folding forward. So if you need to just stay here, that's fine. We're feeling length here and we're feeling length in the back of the body and the back of this leg. Wherever you need to go here in a fold. Now to get back up into our supported triangle, we'll walk the hands towards the body. Go ahead and place one hand over here. We're going to shift our weight forward, bringing our weight back into this knee, back into that foot, and then here we are. You can lengthen this arm if you want. We're going to go ahead and exhale his hand to the floor. The hip will rotate down, and now we're back here in a table. Let's do the other side. You stay where you are. So doing the other side. Inhale, hands go down, right leg reaches back through the heel. Inhale, turn that heel in. The hip will rotate up and out. This arm will get really light. Support in your earth hand. Bring your hand here to the ribs, or you can always reach it up. So feel your weight in that foot. Feel weight in your knee. Feel weight in your hand. That's your support. Now we're going to take a little figure 4 stretch. So go ahead and press in the arm. Let that foot reach that way. Let the hips settle back on the floor. Now we're kind of here in a figure 4. So this foot kind of on the inside of the thigh, and walk the hands away. Little forward fold. Feeling length on the inside of that right leg. Feeling length on the outside of that left hip. Maybe even feeling a little bit of a stretch on the inside here. Lower back stretch, it all feels nice. You can always tuck the chin too if you want more sensation. And you can always stay here as long as you want. But if you want to come out of it, let's go ahead. So walk the hands towards the body. And bring this hand here. Go ahead and this hip is going to lift. And that foot's going to find our support. So shift your weight forward. Feeling weight in this knee. Feeling weight in that back leg. Feeling weight again in this hand. And here we are back in supported triangle. You can, again, lift this arm if you'd like. But let's go ahead and rotate this shoulder down. Let the hip follow. Let the knee follow. And we're back here in a table. We're going to do one more posture that just feels ultra good during that time of the month. So tuck your toes. We're going to be wide here on the mat. Walk the hands towards the body. Let the knees lift. The weight is going to shift back into our feet, maybe into our hips. We're going to come here into a little squat. So the elbows will come on the insides of the knees. Feet are nice and wide. Hands are pressing in towards each other. This is kind of what it looks like from the front view. You can always get support from something. Place it under the tail if that's comfortable. That feels nice. All right, let's restore. Restore in Shavasana, and then we're all done. So if you have support, just be conscious of it. We're going to make it back onto the knees, and let's set ourselves up for a restorative posture. So grab your support, whatever it is, blanket, pillow. We're going to go long on our mat. Bring the belly. Knees are wide, big toes are together, and we're in a supported child's pose. Now, if this is too much sensation on the hips, you can do more of like a supported Makrasana, in which case you're just going to lengthen the legs. There will be more pressure and compression here on the front body, but if that feels good or feels better, go ahead and take that instead. Now you can stay here as long as you want. If you'd like to take Shavasana, gently roll off your support here. And let's get a support under the knees and under the head, at the very least, for your Shavasana. Shavasana meaning corpse pose. So right here, support under the knees, support under the head. And just breathe. Now you can take Shavasana for as long as you would like. But if you're ready to get up, very gently make your way to a side. Take a breath or two. And when you're ready, placing the top hand on the floor, lengthening through that top leg, and coming here to seated. Let's bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale and exhale. I hope this practice makes your belly feel better during that time of the month. Namaste. Thanks, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. If this was a little too much for you, there is a much, much gentler practice. I do have a restorative practice for cramps. And I also have a fast flow coming up if you're just ready to start moving. So stick around for that. Find me on Instagram at Holistic Life. And, oh yeah, I'm a brand ambassador for Pineapple Clothing. So check that out too. Link is in my bio on Instagram. Get your 20% off. Get some cute pineapple pants. Have a good day, guys. I hope you have a fantastic day. See ya.